do you understand my problem? Like, I have a problem, and this is it. This is the reason why. Hello everyone, this is Callimara here, and no, it's not calamari. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to the pond, go ahead and take a dive. You might like it here. So this is kind of a different format to what I usually do. I'm usually not on screen most of the time, nor am I sitting on the floor. But today I'm gonna be doing something that I've been putting off for a long time that I should have done. But you know, I happen to have the opportunity to do it now, and I think I need to be a responsible adult and answer for my actions. So I like to attend this thing regularly called Comic Frontier, which is held in ICE BSD, which is in Tangerang, which is basically, you could say, is the mecca of weebs in Indonesia. And I am also a weeb, so of course I would be there. And I've been going there regularly since 2022, and I like to cosplay. And another thing I like to do is to buy an irresponsible amount of art prints. If you watched my videos before, one of my videos where I did my face reveal, you might have seen some of them hanging in my room in the background. But essentially, I got my walls repainted since then, so I had to take all of my art prints down, and I have not put them up since, which is bad because I have such an irresponsible amount of art prints, and I keep buying more with each komifuro I attend. So I actually just attended the last one, which was last weekend for me, and I can show you proof of that. This is the wristband for, please focus on it. Nope, we're getting there. Well, you get the idea. This was the wristband for komifuro. This was like 21, I think. Yeah, 21. Komifuro 21, which was on November 15th, and I went only for day one because I am getting older and I'm starting to dislike people even more. So I try to avoid crowds as much as I can. But yeah, I've gone to komifuro for every year, twice a year, every time they have something going on. And every time I always say, oh my god, I'm never doing this again, and then I do it again. And I think that's just the universal komifuro experience. And I kind of want to talk to you guys about that as well, if you've never attended, or because I've started to get a few more Indonesian viewers who might understand since my movie review for Merah Putih. So hopefully this piques your interest, I don't know. But basically, what am I doing for this video? I just bought not a bunch, but like very obscenely big frames for my art prints, and I'm going to finally hang them up again by putting them in those frames. Why am I explaining this? And you're gonna watch me do that while I talk about my experiences going to Comic Frontier for 3 years straight, I think. Like ever since they came back from COVID, I've been to every single one, and it's certainly something. Okay, so these are the pile of prints that I have, and apparently, well, I remember having way more than this, but after dropping that, it looks like there is a good chance that they're all accounted for, so we're good, hopefully, but you know, we'll see. I'm gonna talk you guys through each of these and why I got them, and if I remember who made them, I will also mention that and give them a little shout out. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so it's intimidating having this frame here. Don't bother peeking, I'm wearing shorts. Anyway, what was I saying? I don't remember. These have been accumulated over the years from every Komifuro I've ever attended. And why is my light gone? Ah. Okay. All right. Okay, slightly better. So let's deal with the elephant in the room, and by the elephant I mean the biggest poster visible here. And this is actually from VidCon 2023, which was the very first VidCon. Is it? I'm pretty sure this is VidCon 2023 because I distinctly remember not buying a poster for 2024, and these have the signatures of all my friends on them on each of the individual stickers, so this has a lot of sentimental value for me. But this was not from Komifuro, so this would take up the entire frame, which is devastating. So this can just hang on its own, you know, it's fine. Last time I tried to organize my posters to hang them up, I organized them based on color scheme, which I found made it look the most coherent because I am pedantic like that. So that's what we're gonna do again. Now we're gonna first arrange them into color schemes, and I remember I had like shades of like purples and pinks. Those can probably go on one frame, and then my warm browns can go on another, and my greens and blues can go on the third one. But you know, if I manage to somehow, am I even can you see me though? Well, it's nighttime, let's assume you can. Anyway, but if I happen to have a spare frame, I'm probably gonna give it to my sister because she has a funny idea for it. But from the looks of all the posters I have, that seems unlikely. Okay, so these ones are loose. I'm gonna start with these. Oh, this one is still wrapped. So this is probably from the Komifuro after I got my room painted because I haven't like hung up any art prints since then. So this looks to me like a warm brown-ish color. Mainly it's like a warm color. This is my cool tone pinks and blues. And I don't remember. Oh, this is by Rarurien, which I don't know if the camera will focus on that. Not on my face. I'm a freaking... Okay, that's not gonna work. I'm just gonna type it up on the screen. And I liked this one because it reminded me of Impa when she was young, or Paya, you know, like a Sheikah from Legend of Zelda. So that's why I got it. This goes in, let's make a new pile over here. Okay, so Komifuro is basically, dust. Do you know I'm allergic to dust, by the way? I might die. This is like a modern rendition of Princess Mononoke. Look how cool that is. And this is by Anne Maulina. Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know, how am I going to tell the story if I'm just going to be yapping about the wonderful art that I have? Shinobu Kocho, my girl. My favorite girl of all from Demon Slayer. I relate to her so much, including the internal rage and hatred, aversion towards men. I love that for her. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so Komifuro is basically like the biggest anime convention you could possibly ever hope to attend in Indonesia, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on there. You can cosplay. They have VTuber concerts and meet and greets with famous cosplayers. But the biggest thing about Komifuro, and the thing that put it on the map, is definitely the Artist Alley. The Artist Alley is super expansive. It has like so many vendors, and that's kind of where we run into the first issue with Komifuro, is that it has a habit of overbooking. And by overbooking, I mean like it just allows too many people to sell, which is like a good thing. Of course, you want like variety. However, the bad thing about it is that it gets really crowded and cramped.
And not just for visitors either, but for the vendors as well, because my sister actually opened a booth with her friends, and essentially they had no space to even store their stuff. They had to take up a bit of walkway space just because they didn't have any space to actually put their thing.
And like, oh god. If you have ever been around a weeb, I'm sure you know what that experience is like. And that's where I'm gonna leave that. So yeah, it just gets really cramped. It gets really unpleasant. And it gets really hard to move around. And because there's lots of people where it would be very difficult to keep track of someone, it makes it very easy for people who have like bad intentions to go in there and slip away unnoticed. And by that, I mean there are a lot of pickpockets, and Komifuro definitely has a pickpocket problem. Oh my god. Ah, my Baldur's Gate print. I don't know where this goes. It's too colorful. I'll figure it out. So yeah, Komifuro has a huge pickpocket problem, and I've actually been a victim of that. So I think it must have been one of my first Komifuros, maybe like 2022 or 2023. But essentially, I had my phone pickpocketed right out of my bag, and that was devastating because that was my favorite phone that I ever bought, and that was also the first phone I ever bought with my own money that I paid off by myself, and it was a Samsung S10e, and I loved it so much. It was one of the things I kind of brought with me back from Australia, because that was a phone that I got in Australia, and that was one of the things that reminded me of Australia. Basically, this is a sticker, by the way. It's not really a print, so I'm gonna categorize this with stickers, but I like some of the stickers a lot and use them as prints. So Z-Link. But yeah, I lost that phone, and it was stressful, not just because, well, obviously I lost a phone, but also all my banking details were on there. A lot of my mobile banking stuff, including my Commonwealth Bank app, was on there, which was essentially my only link to my Australian bank account, which I still have because I am planning on going back to Australia one day. So yeah, and I thought if I'd lost that phone, then including the number that phone is attached to, I would not be able to access my bank account anymore, which is terrible and terrifying because my YouTube is actually still linked to that bank account. And I guys, I was shitting myself, not gonna lie. That was terrible.
Hi, Editing Callie here again. I just realized that I never actually finished the story. I'm not a very good storytime YouTuber, it seems, at least not without a script. But anyway, I never did end up finding my phone or getting it back, which makes me really sad. But luckily, I did get a new phone. I managed to actually transfer all my banking apps and banking details onto that phone. And not only that, but I also had things like my Google passkeys on there. And so I had a lot of very important information on my phone. And luckily, I was able to transfer it all over in the end. Though I did have to call up my bank, which I had to do an international call, obviously, because I couldn't just call Commonwealth of Indonesia. So I had to make a very expensive overseas call to Commonwealth Bank Australia to let them know that I had changed my phone number so that I could then sign into my ComBank app through my new phone with my new number. It was an entire ordeal, and it was a very tough time for me, but luckily I made it through okay.
I don't know, this looks like it belongs there, actually, with the greens. Thoughts? Oh, you guys can't see it, but this is a pile of greens that I'm building right now. So yeah, that was like a very devastating experience, and it kind of like really put me off of Komifuro for a long time. I think reasonably. So yeah, I got over it eventually, evidently. This is something that my sister got, and she got it for me because it was like anatomy related. And as you know, anatomy is like my abusive partner that I can't leave. And I don't know how accurate this is actually. There's a bunch of different languages on here, and this is not even a real person, so I guess it doesn't matter. I'm putting it in the blue and green. And also, this is my poster that I got with my physical copy of Breath of the Wild, which was also one of the first Switch games that I bought when I bought the Switch in Australia, which I also bought with my own money that came from a scholarship, I think. I got a scholarship and I decided to spend it on a Nintendo Switch, okay? And this is another medicine or like science related one. I just liked it because I saw this and was like, whoa, I need that. And so I got it. And this is from Hannah Drawings. Look at that. This was one of the ones I got after my room got repainted because it's still in the wrapping. Actually, we might just open this bag first. So yeah, that's, oh god, I have so much stuff. Oh my god, sticker goes here. What is this actually? I don't remember. Oh, I think this is a freebie. I'm trying to figure it. Oh yeah, it's my I Stand With Palestine by Heart, and you get a little barcode you can scan, which is Boycott with Boycat, which is like a partner of BTS, which is super cool. And I love that I got this, so I'm gonna be keeping this over here. I have a lot of stickers, which I'm never gonna peel. Oh no, this is a print of just a bunch of food, because I don't know, I like food. Yeah, this is warm tone, and I love this. I love these juices, and this is from Pachimi, I think. It doesn't, god, I don't have the signature. This is from Pachimi, I'm pretty sure, or Pochimi. I'll find their Instagram and like show it on the screen. But I actually just this year got a keychain of this print, and it's so cute. It's like a shaker keychain, so that the little like strawberry ice cubes inside like move around. I love it. That goes in blue. This probably goes in the warm, and I like that. I like that it's equally distributed like that. Oh my gosh, I actually got a multifunctional medicated oil bottled by Fused. Yeah, Love at Sundown, and it's so pretty. I don't know if it's even focused on that, but you know what? I'm just gonna, I don't remember. It's so nice. I like these medicated oils, and it smells really nice. It's an Indonesian thing. I don't know if you guys use it too, but like we have this. I'm gonna be putting this in my bag. Okay, so that was one of my like terrifying. I have another wristband that I haven't put up actually, and this is for Kamifuro. I think this was day 1 for. Okay. How did I just wiggle my wrist out of this? Like, is this worth it? This was Kamifuro 20, I think, XX. So this was last year, and I went only on day 1 because I'm an old woman and I don't have the strength I used to anymore. We're gonna keep this like this, and I'm gonna put it up on my little shelf over there. Oh, and I got this little keychain, which I don't remember who from. Love that for me. So where was I? Okay, so that was my bad experience with Komifuro, but there are a lot of more good things because like you get a lot of really cute custom stuff that you can't buy anywhere else. Case in point, this is Fairy Tears Suncatcher. Look at that. It's a suncatcher, and I'm gonna give it to my baby. Because he likes these kinds of things, and I like it too. So we get to share this together, and it's so wonderful. And this is by Pine and Mulberry Collection. And they have like the coolest booth. They have like this awesome moth logo. I don't know if it's focusing, but I'm gonna show it on screen later. So yes, you get like really cool stuff like this for like an absurdly reasonable price. And so if you're a shopaholic, this will financially ruin you, but also you come back every time because it's I don't know, it's like what people experience on crack maybe. Look at these stickers! Look at these stickers, you guys! This is the cutest thing ever. I can't show my face, otherwise it won't focus. Look at these. Look at these. Do you understand my problem? Like, I have a problem, and this is it. This is the reason why. So, I'm just like rediscovering these, and I thought I lost this. I thought I left this at a Gojek, which is like a rideshare app, but specifically for motorcycles, and it's like such a lifesaver. And it's just, I don't know why I got it. I just thought it was really pretty, and it is. I still have it. Yeah, but yeah. So some of the good things of Komifuro is that you get a lot of free photo shoots if you want to, because obviously there are a lot of cosplayers, and where there are cosplayers, there are like really talented photographers who are mostly just hobbyists. I think they just come to take pictures of cosplayers, of cosplays that they like, or they're professional photographers trying to get their name out there, so they'll give you like cards so you can book with them, like book an actual professional session with them. And I think that's like, my camera overheated and died. Oh my god, I forgot how to English. Anyway, it's a mutually beneficial relationship between photographers and cosplayers, because obviously the cosplayers get really nice photos and the photographers get to promote their business, which is great. So these are some more stickers from Pomichi. Please focus on focus. Camera. Lock in. You gotta lock in. Oh my god. Is it focusing? No, it is not focusing, but I don't know. Maybe one day. But yeah. Can you tell I like them a lot? Because I have all the stuff from them. Because look at these. Look at these stickers. Look. Please focus. Please. Okay. Yes, it's working. I need to shut up. I'm so annoying. Look. Oh my god. Can you see? These are just like the most adorable things I've ever. I'm freaking out, you guys. This is all over again. This is so cute. Is it focusing? I hope so. I can't see. My vision is. I actually have very bad vision. I don't know if you guys know that, but yeah, we're showing just all of this because it's art, guys. It's art. And I love the colors. I aspire to, like, I kind of want to make my own stuff like this one day, but I have no talent in making shapes this nice. I don't think I have much talent at all, actually. But you know, that's a different discussion. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, that's a good thing about CF. It's just that's also what I like to do, is to just get free photo shoots with my cosplays that I post on my cosplay account that I don't really promote that heavily, because it's just meant to give to people who ask for my social media, because I don't know, I'm not gonna give them my private Instagram, nor am I going to send them over to my art account, because I don't think that's relevant. So I just have that for that reason. Though it would be nice if I could take off as a cosplayer. I don't know though. One can dream. Anyway, let's look at what we have in here. What's this? Oh, that's just empty. Okay, so we're getting into more of my color coordinated ones. These are like the dark themes. These are already grouped together. Oh, there's Link, of course. And look at Diancie. Oh my god, why did I say it like that? Diancie? You know, the Pokemon? I hope it's focused. I really can't tell. But yeah, these are like my dark color schemes, and they're super cute. This is just a potion bottle. I don't know. I'm really into bottles. I'm really into containers of water, I think. And this is Ariel. Look at this. It looks so good on the camera, and it's just as stunning IRL. Just saying. Clearly, you can start to see my preferences here. If it has water in it, I'm like, yeah, that's the one. But like, I also have this, which is bunny rabbits during the red blood moon. I don't know. I think it looks nice. These are all by the same artist, I think. And this one is nice because the moon is melting, and I like the idea of that. Actually, I don't have a good justification. This one is one of my favorite ones, and this was actually like kind of viral on TikTok for like, it's like the Disney castle, but it's like the Prambanan temple. So it's like Indonesian version, which I think is really cool. And I have it. It's mine. Okay. This one, it's Link again. And I also have Link over here, unopened, so he goes there. And this is Spider-Punk. I just like the art of this. The line work, the colors, the dynamic pose. Terrific. I just love it. Oh my god. Human art, you guys. Ooh, and once again, we have more like glowy potion bottle. So I'm all about this. I don't know. I just like it. It gives me endorphins. And Melty Moon. This is by Kucing Kecil, which means small cat. And yeah, so those are my dark prints. They go over here. Let's say they go over there. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. These are stickers. I'm pretty sure this is stickers. These are stickers. What is happening to my grammar? So these, I don't know. I don't know if any of this has been focusing actually. That's a concern. Okay. Do I have any more Komifuro complaints? Oh yes, food and beverage. This is by Snow Lattes, one of my favorite artists ever, and it's a postcard, but I'm not giving this away to anyone. This is mine. And you can have it. Okay. Anyway, so Komifuro does also have a problem with the food vendors because it's always so ridiculously overpriced. And another thing that they had, which they thankfully fixed this year, was they always like split maybe like a third or a fourth of the hall into the food and beverage section, which I think is unwise and also unethical because people be walking around with food and drinks in their hands and possibly risking getting it on people's. Okay. I don't know. The camera cut off and I forgot what I was saying, but maybe I'll do a voiceover.
Hi, editing Callie here, and I just remembered what I was trying to say here, and it kind of runs the risk of spilling foods or drinks onto people's goods or onto people's costumes because there are a lot of cosplayers in Komifuro. And on top of that, the staff actually imposed a ban on people bringing their own water into the convention, which I think is messed up because Tangerang heat can hike up to 40 degrees, and when you're walking around in 40-degree heat with no water because you can only purchase it from authorized vendors from inside the hall, especially now that all of the food vendors have actually been moved outside of the hall, it's even more inaccessible. There were actually some cases where people were fainting, and I happened to see this firsthand because I was literally getting food outside when an ambulance pulled up because someone had passed out. I think if I could give a suggestion to the Komifuro staff moving forward, it would be really helpful if instead of having one specific designated area for food, they could have scattered food and beverage stands within the artist alley itself so that people have easier access to food and water if they needed it. Like legit, one of the artist alley stands I visited with my friend was selling water because they knew there was a ban on water, and no joke, we were so thirsty that we just snatched it right up. And yes, I know that does still run the risk of ruining people's goods and costumes, but I think in that situation, I would take a ruined costume over someone passing out and possibly getting really hurt. Or at least just reserve it for drinks and light snacks that you can easily eat while walking around, you know?
But anyway, I have most of my art prints unpacked. I have all of them unpacked actually now and sorted. And the conundrum here is now these, which are my Tokyo Mew Mew prints. And obviously they're a set, but they're all like different colors. So I don't know if I should still like abide by my color grouping, color coordinating, or, you know, if I should just keep them together. Because they're nice together, but I don't know, maybe it'd be nice to have a bit of everything in every pile. So this goes in my pink, purpley, warm, and green. Oh, blue and green together. Okay, all right, well, I only have 3 canvases, so they're just gonna have to figure it out. I'm gonna have to figure it out. And my Baldur's Gate print will, I don't know. I'll see if my sister wants it. But yeah, now I'm gonna start arranging them in my canvases. I don't know. Oh, I'm trying to scratch it. Okay, tea. Woohoo! It's so late. Oh, also, these earrings are also from Komifuro. I've recently been really into buying like more of like accessories, and so is this hair clip over like art prints, because I have way too many and I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do with them. Ah. Okay. Oh, I have a little. What are these? What are these? Lotad. I have a little Lotad. I forgot I had this. So cute. Oh my god. They're so cute. Woo. Anyway. I'm just gonna do a time lapse here maybe. Because my camera keeps dying if I yap too much.
Obviously, you guys didn't think I was just gonna leave you and not yap the entire time, did you? Well, if you did, that's too damn bad. Anyway, I do still have a lot more complaints for Komifuro, and it's not just from me personally, but also from all my friends who have gone to Komifuro and have shared their experiences and gripes about their Komifuro experience, so that maybe if one of the staff members watch this video, you know what you can do to try and I don't know, fix some of the issues. So the first thing that all of my friends unanimously mentioned was that there is just too much of a focus on the VTuber concerts. Now, I did say that that was one of the draws of Komifuro, arguably as much as the Artist Alley, but I would argue the Artist Alley is the life and soul of Komifuro. I think people would still come to Komifuro just for the Artist Alley, even if there weren't any big name Indonesian VTubers like Kobo or I don't know the others' names, but you know what I'm saying. It's not necessary for that to be held in the same day, because what ends up happening is they would actually vacate the Artist Alley way earlier just to make these concerts happen, especially since a lot of people just want to attend the artist alley but not the VTuber concerts and vice versa. But the issue is a lot of people just arrive in Komifuro for the VTuber concerts, end up loitering around and fill up space because they don't want to have to line up again later, and that just increases the crowding problem. So preferably it would be nicer if they could just focus on the artist alley and the booths, because I would argue that's really what Komifuro is all about for me. I've never attended a single one of the VTuber concerts, and I think a lot of people would feel the same because this is a venture for a lot of Indonesian indie artists who are just trying to sell their wares, and this is a great way for them to expose their stuff to a wide audience, whereas the VTubers are already well established. I think you could probably make a separate event just for them and leave Komifuro for the actual artists, you know? But I don't know, maybe that's just me.
Hello! It's 2 days later and we're over here now. Because I got tired. I finished putting together the first frame at 4 a.m. and then the next day I was kind of driving around with my mom, and then I got tired. So we're continuing today in this location because it is now daytime, even though it's kind of overcast.
And speaking a bit on crowds as well, I mentioned like there were issues with mobility, and you would have already seen the clips of what it's like in Komifuro as well. There's barely any space to breathe, let alone walk. And on top of people just coming for the VTuber concerts and not really being interested in the artist alleys themselves and making it easier for pickpockets to run rampant. There's also a lot of cases of sexual harassment that is often unchecked because of that crowd. Like, how do you pick out one person that sneakily grabbed you while you were in cosplay among a sea of people? It's impossible, and it also just makes it easier for perpetrators to get away with their crimes, I guess you could say. There was even an incident a few years ago where there was this one guy who was handing out cookies to cosplayers that actually had his baby formula on it. And yeah, and also relevant to the crowds as well is that despite having the venue be so large and so crowded, there is literally no sitting space at all. You're just expected to walk or sit on the floor, which is a really common sight in Komifuro, and you just have to deal with it. That's just how it's always been, because I guess chairs are too much of a budget pull. Because how else are they gonna hire Kobo to come and perform? I don't know, guys. I think the quality of life here really needs to be looked after, because I know you have chairs somewhere. I don't know why I'm getting so hung up on the chairs, but you know, it does suck when I've had blisters and have gotten like injuries to my feet just because I was walking around so much and there's no place to rest, and that's what, you know, can be really dangerous to people, especially since Komifuro is gaining more international renown nowadays, coming in from abroad expecting like a fun comic event only to be met with like physical 100. Okay, it's not for the weak. And speaking on the staff as well, they also seem to not have a very good communication or unity between them, because the rules constantly change. One person says one thing and then a different staff member says a completely different thing. Because when my sister was boothing with her friends, she actually asked one of the organizers on Komifuro's official live about like the rules for boothing at the convention, if they could have people come in without wristbands to help set up. And they said they could. But then they get to the day, and then the staff member on the field tells them that they can't. So that's just like a blatant contradiction. And my sister had to explain that she had already asked this question to the person doing the live, and then the staff member wasn't even like, oh, okay, in that case that's okay. It was more like, okay, fine, just do it. Like they were bending the rules for her, even though it was stated explicitly that that was allowed. And another thing that they seem to be inconsistent about is their own rule about inappropriate cosplays. And by inappropriate, I do mean like obviously nothing publicly indecent, but also nothing that would cause harm or distress to any sort of religion, ethnicity, or race. And yet, Komifuro consistently has a problem where people would show up in full Nazi cosplay. I'm talking full uniform, head to toe, sometimes with medallions, and sometimes even with the flag. Because that was a big controversy this year as well, where there was like just a whole group cosplay of Nazis, which is crazy. And I don't know why people do this, especially Indonesians, because it's like, guys, we've been through that ourselves. Why would you ever want to portray that? And it is a toss-up between like, oh, they're just history enthusiasts, or oh, they're just trying to be edgy and troll, and being actual like evil people. And I really have no words for that. But I do have words for the staff about why this is still being allowed and why these people are still allowed to get their tickets and enter the convention, and why they're not like immediately escorted off the premises. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. But it is what it is. And you know, it's one of the reasons nowadays that I'm kind of thinking of boycotting Komifuro as well, because it's just more pain than it's really worth. And I already got away with my haul. I've already gotten my pot of gold, and you know, I gotta quit while I'm ahead. Another thing that is also an issue, in my opinion, is that Komifuro doesn't really have any regulations about NSFW content. And mind you, Komifuro isn't just for like adults. It's also attended by a lot of children, like literal elementary school kids that often come with their parents. And these booths that sell NSFW are just scattered everywhere. Like, you might not know that they're NSFW until you walk past them, or they just suddenly have like straight homemade hentai for sale, which, you know, good for them, but also there's kids here. And I think it would be better if the NSFW booths had their own space, because then you could A, keep kids out, and B, help people who are actually looking for that stuff find it. Because obviously these people are aware that there are kids at Komifuro, so they're not gonna display that stuff either. So even if you were looking for it, they're very difficult to find because these people don't want the kids to see it. So it's like a double-edged sword. But yeah, anyway, those are all my gripes and suggestions for Komifuro and my experience with it. If you have ever attended Komifuro, let me know in the comments. Or if you are interested in maybe attending Komifuro one day for some reason, let me know in the comments as well. So, quick update, my camera died and a bird flew into my house and one of the cats got him. The cat got me as well. But he's in here. I'm just gonna quickly, I don't know if you can see him, but, well, yeah, you can see the feathers there. I'm just gonna quickly release him first. I'm back. I made a bit of progress, but it's not looking good. So lighting. So I'm changing pace. I'm bringing in an extra frame that I've had for a while. It's old, but you know, it's finally gonna be of use today. Update. It is getting dark. My camera has told me I'm tired of this, Grandpa, about 5 consecutive times now. And I think for now I'm finally finished. Here is
my, you can't see it because it's getting dark. Here is my light blue pink prints. If it'll focus, maybe. So, the pile of prints that I still haven't fit into frames, and I did not end up using that frame. I'm tired. I feel like this video has drained the life out of me, and I want it to be done now.
And so here is the final result. Let me know if you think I arranged the prints well enough, if I covered up too much, if I exposed too much, or honestly, I think I probably made it a bit too crowded. But also, I cannot afford having a million frames in my room for all of them, and I don't know, it is what it is now, and I am personally quite happy with it. I think my favorite one personally is the dark blue one, just because I think it probably looked least cramped. If I could change one of them, I would probably redo my light blue and pink collage because it's looking a bit too packed. Here is how it looks hung up. So yeah, anyway, let me know what you think and let me know which frame is your favorite. And I do still have to buy 2 more frames for my blue and green prints, which are still in the hoarding pile, but at least it wasn't as bad as it used to be. Thank you so much for hanging out in my channel for a while. I hope your skin didn't get too pruny. I know this video is a little different to what I normally do, but I hope it wasn't too boring and you guys enjoyed it anyway, because it's something I've always wanted to do. Anyway, big shout out to my lovely sea bunnies on Patreon for making it possible for me to put out regular content like this. If you want to become a sea bunny and get extra perks like a free commission from me, join my Patreon. All the links to my socials and other projects are in my description, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye! Time together is never quite enough.